is taken care of. I said, you know what? I told him I was going live. I know it's late, but I do what I say. When I say I'm going to do what I'm going to do. All right. And if I can't do it, I'm going to just come right up and let you know I can't do it. So I know there may not be a lot of people here, but I still I'm always the type of person, if I say I'm going to do something, I got to pull up and do it. We definitely want to make sure we're going good. So let me tell you, I'm like not even playing. Like literally today, like I'm late, like $350 damn dollars. Go ahead, get a whole mesh gear system in here. Do whatever we got to do with Wi-Fi. Let's run it, test it, make sure we good, and then let's run a test tonight. So we're on live tonight. Like I said, there may not be many people here. What's going on, man? But I got to do what I say I'm going to do. So let's go over some of these updates real quick. But first thing, let's go ahead and hit this topic first. And we're going to talk about the situation with Lewis Hamilton and the red flag situation. So as it goes, there is no penalty decision applied, as you see right there. It says right here, there's no dispute that 44 passed car 20. I mean, that happened. We clearly saw that. I think the main thing is, did Lewis Hamilton recognize the red flag and just completely ignore it? Or were there other circumstances? And they found there were other circumstances. He saw the red light, immediately completed to lift the throttle and applied the brakes. So that's easy for them to tell, okay? Because what they do is they go in and they look at telemetry. And when they look at what's up, Galacticus? What's going on, Ben? Xbox? That's the fam right there. If you see them in green, yo, I had to come on and do what I do, what I say, man. So, I know we late, but went ahead, worked on some Wi-Fi things, went ahead and purchased a mesh gear system to make sure YouTube was acting crazy. So I said, you know what, we got to get in here and make sure we good. We can't go out last race like some busters. But as I said with Lewis Hamilton, I know a lot of people, what's going on, Sylvia Wick? I know a lot of people wanted to see that man get penalized, but I don't know if y'all realize or not, but they were loose as a goose on track limits. Like we saw not only Hamilton, we saw Max, and we've seen Max several times outside of track limits. Several times. What's up, Akandu? Most recent tier 1 VIP member, by the way, do not miss tomorrow. 2 people are going to be recipients of their tier 1 VIP box, so be here to congratulate them. And also, Wildcat will be spinning for a $25 or a $50 gift card for winning the trivia games today. What's up, Philip King? What's going on? I appreciate the support from all of you all. But like I was saying, they were loose on track limits today. And, we saw Max outside of track limits, but we've seen Max several times outside of track limits. And the man has not yet had, I can't remember. And if he has, that's how little it happens, that literally he does not get enforced penalty for track limits, which it means getting his lap deleted. But I think this last race of the season, I think they're kind of like, you know what, screw it. Let them do whatever. Because there were other drivers that went off track. But we just hit on that real quick. So now let's get to what's really real, what's going on. Let's go ahead and get to these upgrades. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are not a lot of upgrades, as you probably would think there would be the last race of the season. Before we get to the upgrades, let's also talk about this. It seems that, and we'll get into this, it seems that McLaren, they were anticipating on having their wind tunnel, their new facilities, their new toys and everything else by 2023, and that looks like that's not going to happen. That's going to get pushed back. That's going to put them, not where they want it to be development-wise. Not only that, but their sim system, like they are building a state-of-the-art simulator system like it is no joke. I talked to them about it while I was there with them. I'm talking about, levitation. That's all I'm going to say. Levitation. Like they're levitating in there. It's crazy the amount of technology that Zach and them are putting into their training facility and in the simulator and the aero chain, but they're not going to be able to have it. They got some things are being pushed back. Also, I want to say big shout out to Andretti for the lab and the situation they're building, like the entire development that they're building for their Formula One facility. So there's a lot of things going on there. But as for upgrades or updates, because remember, it's not an upgrade unless you get a positive result. It's just a change or update. If you get a positive result, then it's an upgrade. You can classify it as an upgrade. If not, it's just money that you put into something that didn't work out and now you got to go in another direction. But first off is going to be McLaren has only bought like 2, the floor edge. They floor edge wing remove, and also they went with a skate below the floor, trying some other things that other teams have tried. Another thing that they went for is new panels allowing tune mass flow through the side pods, so cooling And then after them also doing the new livery with the views, that looks really cool. Remember, they did the cyberpunk type of scheme before in Singapore. Now they come with this one. So the cars look awesome as far as the livery, but not as far as pace. Like, we really haven't seen great pace out of McLaren. And I know they got to be a little bit heated about their facilities and the development as far as that being pushed back, because that's kind of going to keep them from making the progress that they thought they were going to have going into 2024. They won't have that. They did get Piastri. We know about that. Alex. Now they have Lando. So it's going to be kind of funny to see who's going to, how Oscar and Lando are going to work together to bring McLaren further up the grid. I'm not thinking of anything wild like a top 14, but I would at least like to see them consistently compete in like 6, 7, 5, like even every now and then, if they can make a window peep into like 3, that would be awesome. That progress for them. I think the only team that we are kind of expecting to make a leap and bound during the offseason, which is really, you're never off. It's always development. Although they're not on track, they're developing. And I think with us seeing the progress that Mercedes has made from the beginning of the season, which was horrible. And it was often funny because when I was going back watching FP2, I could hear the car porpoising, and I knew it was happening, especially towards the end of the straights when they reached that speed. You could hear that constant rate of floor bottoming out, which told me it's getting sucked down and releasing and going through that same pattern. And right off, I knew porpoising. As soon as I know a report comes out and says porpoising is back, it's at the end of the season. They still had pretty good pace. I think we probably would have thought we would have seen them like top 5, but it was cool. Like, there was good pace there. They made a lot of progress in the season. They're going to make more progress in the off season. So I'm expecting to see them return more to form than not. But anyway, McLaren, nice livery, real cool. So that turned out real nice, but I definitely want to see the pace come up. They've done some things to their floor edge, like I said. And another team that bought a little minor upgrade was Ferrari. Floor components, and also items aimed at improving flow quality and topology. Okay, so everybody's trying to get the cooling. And matter of fact, while we're speaking about cooling, like, I'll wait on that because we're going to get to that. Let's get to something a little bit more juicy, because I think it's something that we're all going to be looking for as the season goes. Xbox Fortress, Galacticus. Let me make sure I didn't miss any family members that are in here in green. Akondu, Rambro 88. What's going on, bro? Philip King, I told you, man, I like your icon photo, bro. That shit's hot. So then we also gonna get into these drivers. All right, let's talk about this right here. The circumstances are rumors are Marco talking about the acquisition of Daniel Ricciardo. All right, Daniel Ricciardo acquisition back to Red Bull. Yo, what the hell is that about? And I'm going to tell you what it's about. A lot of people, why didn't he go to Haas? Why didn't he go to Williams? They would have gladly took him. Anything but the toxic-ass Red Bull team. I agree with you. I don't disagree with you. I completely agree with you. But business-wise, it makes more sense. And I'm going to tell you why it makes more sense. You might not like it, but I'm going to tell you why. Max Verstappen is a shit teammate and definitely does not teamwork at all. Like that was horrible what he did to Perez. I don't give a damn. And he's contradicted himself saying, telling Sky Sports, leave things in the past. Bro, 15 races ago, you bring up something now and you shit on your teammate when he really does need it, when he needed it then. You don't know what you're going to be able to do in Abu Dhabi. You don't know if the RB 18 was going to fail. Matter of fact, Max Verstappen he almost shit himself. Lewis Hamilton had to go around him going out for Q3 because the car shut off. And he thought he was done. So don't tell me, you can't tell me that you know what's going to happen. What if Perez starts tomorrow and for some reason there's a mechanical issue? He's done. He's not going to beat Charles if he DNFs. And if that does happen, Max is going to look worse than he already looks. Like, he's going to look worse than he already looks. So why would Daniel Ricciardo go back to that? I'm going to tell you why, okay? If he goes to Williams, his teammate is Albon. If he goes there, and let's just say Albon outperforms him, it looks bad for Daniel. And there's the back door. Listen, where Haas and Williams are, the back door is the 21st team on the grid. That's the 21st team on the grid. The 21st constructor on the Formula One grid is the back door, where you go out and you don't probably come back. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're Nico, you come back him. Hulkenberg, he's just getting jobs every goddamn where. But other than that, it's the back door. So why not Haas? Mick's leaving, why not Haas? He could partner up, whatever. Because still the same situation. We've seen Haas be a shit show. We know it to be a shit show. I've told you all several times, especially earlier in the season, that Haas, their motto over their door, there's a big ass plaque, and it says, if you ain't wrecking, you ain't racing. And I firmly believe that they believe that because they've held that tradition for so damn long. Wreck up cars, wreck up cars. Mick Schumacher has split Haas cars like it ain't nobody's business. Like hot butter left in a hot summer day on hot ass concrete with a butter knife, it just falls through. He's splitting up shit. So why would he not go there and then have K-Mag accidentally like make another pole position? It doesn't help his driver value. But if he goes to Red Bull, right? He goes to Red Bull. He knows the RB18 is the fastest car on the grid and likely will be one of the fastest cars next season. If I get a chance to drive the RB18, and Daniel Ricciardo is a talented driver. We've seen him make podiums and do his thing before. If he gets a chance to drive that car, yeah, it's a lot more stock invested in him as a driver, but I'm going to tell you this. It's a very steep slope on the other side of not performing. If Danny Rick gets in an RB18 and fails to bring that car up, like we've seen Perez, Max do it, it's going to be so bad for him. The risk over reward, the reward is great. The risk, although smaller than the others, is a fucking hefty one, okay? If he fails and has an opportunity and fails in that RB18, he is done. He is done. I know it's not by the back door, but it's a trap door. He's standing on a trap door. Like you can imagine, you went from Red Bull to Renault to damn McLaren, and then you go back to Red Bull, and then you fail to do something there, it's not going to look good for him, all right? And also, I'm going to tell you the other flip side of this whole dynamic that's working. Perez might say hell with Red Bull next season. Facts. I know his contract is up 2024 or 2023, but I'm telling you, I think Red Bull are preparing themselves in case Perez is like, you know what? Screw you. I'm not doing shit like y'all wanted me to. I'm going to be combative. I'm my own team, my own man over here. I'm not doing anymore your little dirty work in your task. I'm going for the podiums. I don't give a damn about slipstreams. I don't give a damn about defending and putting my elbows out for the benefit of Max. I'm done. And if Perez does that, I think Red Bull are trying to secure a driver that definitely isn't in the position to say no and will be compliant like Perez was coming into Red Bull. And that indeed will be Danny Ricciardo if it does happen. If it does happen, if he actually ends up going there. All right, so that's what I think about the Daniel situation. Let's go ahead and take a look at another driver right now, and that's going to be Mick. All right, Mick Schumacher, young namesake, hasn't lived up to his name whatsoever. I don't even think he showed us any like promise as far as we can say, like, you know what? The greatness is in Mick. He hasn't shown that, although cool dude in person. And I do wish him well. And I do hope that Mick can get an opportunity with a team outside of Haas. Because right now, Haas, to me, with all the turmoil that they've consistently had, with all the BS between sponsors and what the hell, you know, it just has, Haas itself just hasn't done great with a lot of things. And sometimes that can be very impactful on a young driver, a rookie coming into the game, you know. So I would like to at least maybe see him get a shot with, you know, maybe somebody like, I know it's hard. It's hard for me to even say it. It's hard for me to say it. Like Aston Alpine, maybe. But there are rumors that Toto from Mercedes is considering giving Mick a reserve driver role. And if Mick gets that opportunity, I would say to Mick, take it. Take it, Mick. Take the opportunity at Mercedes. If Toto Wolff has showed you nothing, he showed you he can take drivers and they get good opportunities. Look at DeVries. Look at DeVries. Drove several Mercedes power unit cars, ends up driving for Williams, ends up getting a contract at AlphaTauri. Rookie, I'm telling you, Mick, take it. Look at damn shit. Look at Russell driving for Williams. Toto's representing him. Now he's driving for Mercedes, got his first race win. Mick, if you get the and he's German, right? Because everybody, you know, we've all been talking about Audi coming, German team, German power unit, German driver. Well, listen, you know, there you go. Hey, Mercedes, although not as through and through as you think Audi's coming in as, especially if Audi doesn't get the driver nationality wise. I mean, it still didn't get the triple effect. But still, I think if Mick gets an opportunity and it is a real thing and a real offer that he can get into the Mercedes team, I think that's a benefit for him. I think he'll learn a lot. And I think there are opportunities for him if he can stay there. If not, I don't know what you're going to do, Mick, because I don't think there's another team that is going to take a chance on you. What's going on, Hassan? What's up? I see you, fam. Blue Diva, what's up? I see you, too. Big shout out to y'all. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But let's get to this other driver that definitely is something to talk about. And that's Crash Tiffy, Latifi. Goodbye, Tiffy. I can't say I'm going to miss you, brother. I can't say I'm going to miss you, man. 2019, and you ain't did nothing but a lot of foolery. Right now, Latifi's career is the climax of being a scapegoat in Abu Dhabi for crashing for obscenely no damn reason. Like, what were you doing? What were you doing, bro? I mean, you are the definition of a paid seat without a doubt. Without a doubt. So is Latifi, I don't know where Latifi's going to go. I hate to try to cap somebody's career off and be like, he ain't going to do nothing. But I'm just here to tell you, it's probably not going to be in Formula One. If it is, maybe somebody might see that, you know what, we can give him an opportunity, you know, for a reserve driver or, you know, something like maybe. His dad bring enough money, but also, like I said earlier in the live stream for Finale Lap, and remember, we're going to be here live tomorrow for Finale Lap. I'm going to post the link for the Wolves Den. We're going to have that. But his father also does have investment with McLaren. So if you actually see Latifi pop up in the McLaren garage, don't be surprised. Know that that is also a paid money type open the door situation. Just being honest, just being real. Although seems like a real cool dude. Just hasn't been what he probably had hoped he would be in Formula One. And he's about to be up out of there. All right. And also, I'm going to say this. I saw the situation about doing something for all the women to try to segue into F3, F2. And I like the fact that they are being talked about and that women are still being considered because they deserve the opportunity. What I did not like was the fact that it's still separate. Why are you doing that? Like, just go ahead and make a development, put them in the same development series as other drivers to let them prove themselves. That's the only way. Like, if you keep separating and then trying to drop one in, two in, just go ahead and make a series where they all, men and women, all can compete and make sure that there's a fair amount of support. Like XC, it's not impossible. I get tired of like them trying to act like it's impossible to incorporate women into motorsports racing and not give them a handout. Bullshit. XC Racing does it. It's literally a two-person team, a female and a male. They both get equal driving time. It's not impossible, so stop trying to act like it's impossible. Make a series, make a feeder series, put all of them in it, make sure that people can get represented and sponsored, enforce that, and see what happens. Damn, I mean, shit, it's not rocket science. Just put your damn shit in your pants and just act like a human being and say, hey, women, men, here's a series, see what you got, who run what you can bring, and come up, and let's make it happen. I'm not saying it's as easy as I'm saying it. I'm just saying it's not impossible and as hard as they're making it out to be. It's really not. So I would like to see something a little bit more tweaked in these plans that Stefano came out with, and stop trying to make it separate. Find something where they can all pool, and so you can see them compete against each other, and we can really say as viewers, like, hey, so-and-so didn't have it, whether it's a male or a female, because I saw them compete against each other and it just wasn't working out. Not, oh, well, you know, the W series and then the cars, like, miss me with the bullshit, all right? Just miss me with that shit. Let's try to get it into a situation where we can say it's legit opportunity, all right? Next, let's get into this. Seb is up out of here. Big shout out to Seb, four-time champion, youngest world Formula One world driving champion, most successful Red Bull driver in their existence of that constructor's life is Vettel. Seb, all right? He is leaving. Schumacher, Mick is probably going to be sad, but hell, Mick probably leaving too. Galacticus says the car does not care. Let the best person drive. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much, Galacticus. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. That is an extreme fact. The car does not care. It does not know. It's not like we're talking about this like it's a physical sport like MMA where you could just impose your body on somebody else's body, right? Thank you, Sylvia Wick. I didn't know if you was here. I really appreciate that. We're talking about a machine that you could control. By the way, I can't say it too loud. I'm still working on the baby stuff. You know what I'm saying? I also have to acquire myself something so I can do the follow along thing. But yeah, I'm gonna post a picture of the project I'm working on for her Christmas gift. I'll post that probably like maybe tomorrow, next week. But yeah, let's talk about Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton does, the upstanding gentleman type thing that he does. You know what I'm saying? And I saw the press conference where Lewis was talking about Baku, and Vettel said that he doesn't regret that. He doesn't wish that situation didn't occur because their relationship since then has progressed. And I think it has. I know some people feel a certain way, about Vettel in certain ways, but I think Vettel is a good dude. I met him. When I talked to him, he was a good dude. I mean, literally, he was just like, come on, man, walk with me. Let's talk. We talked. We took our picture. I talked to him about what he brought to Formula One and how I felt he was definitely one of the greats. And I told Vettel, man, I wish you well in whatever it is you do and what you do after Formula One, bro. I just wish you well, that you do something that's going to make you happy. So Vettel's a real cool dude when I met him, like for real. Like none of the extra bullshit, none of the I'm great, I'm greater than you above. He was really cool. And so that's what my personal experience was with Seb. Not from a bird's eye view, from literally right there, shaking the man's hand, talking to him face to face. My personal experience in that short time was a positive one. Everybody has their negative lights, right? Their low lights. Even myself, you yourself. It's not an indictment on our entire character. Max, on the other hand, has showed several times that he could be a jackass, so he's a jackass. But Hamilton pays for a dinner, a farewell dinner for Seb, and that's classy as hell as the greatest driver in Formula One history doing great things. But you know what? I just gotta say the seating arrangement at this dinner party was odd. Not only that, but this picture, goddamn, was odd. I at first didn't even know that Max was in this damn picture. I had no clue at first that he was in this picture. Like, I really didn't even see him. Max being in this picture was similar to, like, where the hell's Waldo? You know how you go to the doctor when you a kid, small, they got these books out there, you trying to find Waldo, and sometimes you just can't find them. I damn sure couldn't find Max for a second, and then I really saw him, like, right back there, hidden, camouflaged. Yeah, that's kind of how he is when it comes to people really kind of respect him. Like, bro, nobody really cares for your shenanigans. Like, honestly, nobody cares. And listen, I'm not saying that you can't be a great driver in skill and win and be an asshole. But what I am saying is how you treat people, how you conduct yourself personally, how and what you put out here in the world, what you do for communities, it all counts toward legendary status. It really does. It all counts towards GOAT status. I'm being honest with you. It does count. But still, I'm not saying he can't win and he won't. I'm just saying that, it's not no surprise that Max is where he is in this picture. That's where he is as far as character, way in the back, way in the damn back. You didn't even see him. I mean, come on now. Yeah, but yeah, that was right there. That was a good thing Hamilton did. I'm glad that these drivers showed up to support it. A lot of people positive things to say about Seb, and I do wish him well in his next endeavor in life. And honestly, I think it might be possible that Seb comes back to Formula One. I don't think he's gone for like ever, because these days people say they retired and they come back in 2 years or a year. We'll have to see. Look at Tom Brady, and now I think he might be regretting that he came back. He's the man that lost his family. His wife done divorced him. And now his season is not what he thought it would be. So now I know he's got to be thinking like, damn, I should have just went with my wife, who's a multi-millionaire model and doing great things in the world, and been with my kids and be at these games. But Tom chooses his path, and Tom is the GOAT. He is the GOAT quarterback in football. He's not the greatest player in football, but he is the GOAT. He is a GOAT, like for real. Tom Brady's like, he up there. Now, sometimes you could stay in too long and you not be winning. Like right now, Tom not winning is real struggling for him. Whereas Hamilton's still making podiums. You know what I'm saying? And in Formula One, it's different than football. It's not just you win and you lose. It is you win or you get second or third, but it's a little different. It's not like it is in football. Like if you losing all these games, you got a losing record and you going out is real bad. But Tom, he's got great players around him and he's not playing great. You know, like unlike Hamilton, he's been working with horrible machinery and it's been developed and he's been running tests on his car and he's been doing all this and helping develop and he's still been able to pull that car to respectable positions and even podium. And a few times we thought could win the race, but Mercedes fumbled it up. So I thought that was really cool. Now let's look at this. Perez, Max. I think it was real dirty how Max's mom comes out, or at least it's reported as so. If she didn't do it, then she didn't. So let's just say hypothetically, if all the things that came out about Max's mom blaming or trying to criticize Sergio Perez for sleeping around with his wife only post what your son did, that there you go. If that is true, it shows you that they run bullshit and sorry through and through. The Verstappen family is just like that. We already know what jobs like. He garbage. His dad garbage. His dad that garbage character. Max garbage character. If this the mom coming out like that, that's crazy. I would hope that it is not true. I haven't done a lot of digging in it, and I'm not. I've seen it from several platforms, and it's just like, if that's true and she did that, that was real trashy. That was trashy, right? That was a trashy thing to do. And you only did it in reaction to the fact that your son shitted on Perez. Perez didn't like it. Perez stood up about it. And so then you drop that out there in the man's life. Like, you try to fuck up his personal life. Like, come on, how classy is that? It's not like he attacked your son physically. Like, your son did some horrible shit, some very unlike team-worthy crap, and it looked bad in front of the entire world. Max Verstappen fans literally contacted me, said, man, bro, I'm done. I was a Max fan, but that shit he did, I can't support that, because they got character. And we see if his mom did that, there you go. There's a display of character. So what's going to be for Perez coming up? What is he going to do? That's what a lot of other people are asking. What is he going to do? Is he going to stay at Red Bull and think this is going to be worked out? Or you think they're just going to smooth you over, Perez, and eventually try to get you to get comfortable back in your position and check you, and you still do the same thing? I honestly do not believe. There's only two ways this should go. And I'm going to tell you the two ways that it would go with me. One, I'm coming back to the team. I'm driving whatever the hell and what the hell I want. Straight up. Baraka, F1 may need a Joey Logano or Kyle Busch. Woo, shit. Man, that would be crazy. Man, out countering Max. That would be crazy. Like, I don't know if they're ready for that. Like, but that's what Perez probably needs to do. That's what Perez probably need to do, man. For real, Baraka. Like, Perez for me, like I was going to say, one way I'm driving the way I want to is, and skip your damn team orders. Team, y'all make sure my shit's right. Max, if you need somebody to block, tough luck. Tough damn luck. If you, next time Lewis Hamilton is gapping you by 10 to 14 seconds, don't be looking at me. That ain't my race. Lewis Hamilton ain't my race. You know what I'm saying? And you not my responsibility. You Christian Corner Horny's responsibility. By the way, I'm going to have on a special shirt tomorrow for Abu Dhabi. So, be here if you want to see that. But yeah, I think, he should be done with that. Or he walks away, finds a different team. I do honestly believe, oh my goodness, I do believe if Perez was in the F-175, oh my gosh. If Perez was in a Ferrari, minus Ferrari doing what they do, that is crazy. Like, I think I would like to see Charles and Perez versus Carlos. I would like to see Charles Leclerc and Checo in Ferraris. That to me might be spicy as hell. No bullshit. Carlos can go somewhere else. I'm not saying he's a bad driver, but I'm just saying, like, if Carlos went somewhere, it ain't gonna be bad. But to see Perez, Charles in the Ferrari and competitive be nice. But it's also said that Ferrari needs to change up some things, right? Ferrari need to figure themselves out. And there may be some upper echelon people that need to go or get switched over. Baraka says Max is the closest to Busch or Logano in F1. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say something else, but nah, I ain't gonna say that, because that dude is a legend in NASCAR. So big shout out to Earnhardt Sr. So yeah, he is a legend, but he was dirty as hell the way he drove. So I ain't gonna lie, he was dirty, but he still did his thing. So yeah. But we'll see what's going to happen with Perez. We'll see if he's going to grow some balls and actually do what needs to be done, So other than that, let's also talk about this situation. brakes overheating and on fire was the topic of quali. In practice, like this was an ongoing thing all throughout qualifying, all throughout FP3. Like brake temp was crazy. Brake fires reported from multiple teams. Hell, we were almost back to where Williams literally was at. Williams that ended up blowing their whole brake situation out. Like it just literally combusted. Like that was crazy. So tomorrow's going to be something to be watched to see if these teams, but we know we're starting earlier in the day tomorrow. Today, we're starting an hour earlier for the race than we started for qualifying. So if that is the case, temperatures are going to be warmer. So we're going to see what happens with these brake temps. We're going to see what happens with these cars staying cool in racing situations. Like we already know, provisional grid teammates are together. We got Red Bull, Ferrari, and then Mercedes. The pit stop strategies are definitely going to take a key in the other 4 cars as far as Ferrari and Mercedes with Charles, Carlos, Hamilton, and Russell. Pit stop strategy is going to be very critical if they plan on trying to at some point break up that 1 and 2 by Red Bull. And I don't know I don't know if that's going to happen well, because it looks like this track might suit them. And also I think Max Verstappen has the lap record at this track. So Hassan says 100 Verstappen. The T giving me like a Dave Chappelle. Oh my gosh. No, Automate, what's up? No, what you doing up? What's going on with you? Nah, Automate in the house. Yo, that shit was good, son. That was good. So, we're gonna be seeing. I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna make me pancakes tomorrow. I'm not gonna do the French toast. I'm gonna go ahead and make me some blueberry pancakes and get those pancakes in. I'm gonna have to get up early, so I'm looking to probably get up around maybe 5, 6 a.m. so I can make my pancakes, watch some of the pre-show, and then, do the thing, But I just got to say, like, I don't feel like this is the last event, because this is not the last time. Like, I know there's going to be a lot of platforms that when the season's over, they're not going to be making a lot of content. But, our schedule won't be as hectic, but we still going to be here. Like, you still going to get probably at least 3 drops from me per week, like, for real. Like, there's going to be things to talk about. There's going to be driver movement, development to talk about. There's going to be a lot of things I think that are going to be in motion coming into this offseason. Well, not even off. I hate to call it an offseason, coming into this development season. And I can't wait till we get into car unveilings, because I don't know about you. But I want to know. I want to know if the W14 is going to look like it looks this year, or is it going to be last year's car design is not this year's car design? That's what I want to know. Galacticus, put the tear off in the suit, not in the brake. Hey, for real. That's a big fact. Oh, yeah. Big shout out to Mr. J. He got his gift card. I'll post it. He sent me a picture today. He got it. So big salute to him, and big salute to our new trivia winner, Wildcat. By the way, since we got this trivia games, next season it's going to go on every qualifying live watch. We're going to have trivia. We're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's usually going to be the first to 3 instead of 4. But today we did 4. And salute to Vettel being 4-time world driving champion, most successful driver at Red Bull constructors in their existence. So, yeah, we're gonna be here. We're going to be doing that. I got a lot of things going in, so we're going to see how that's going to go. But we're going to be here tomorrow live for Not a Lap. I'm going to put the champagne in the refrigerator so it can chill just in case it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then we'll vote by the time next season rolls around what team you want to pop bottles for, and it'll be a vote. I'll put the teams up there, and whatever team wins. Shit. I mean, the community is the one that votes. So if you don't like it, then join the community and think about changing it. I saw some people that definitely be hating on us. Hell, they was in the qualifying live watching. The only way you could be in there is if you are a member or a subscriber. So it just made me say, like, how the hell you do all the hating, but you subscribe to the channel? That shit was crazy to me, y'all. But it just go to show you they really love us. Like, they really do love us. And, we got holidays next week. Today was awesome. Ended up sponsoring families for Thanksgiving. I posted a picture of it. Came out with a lot of baskets. There were a lot of other people that contributed to try to sponsor other families too. So that was a great thing to know and see people's face, to know that, like, next week they will have something on their table to eat and enjoy Thanksgiving and not have to worry about at least struggling that day. I wish that I had more money, more funds, more capital to do a lot more. I just have to do what I can do when I could do it. Don't forget, we're going to be doing things here next season again, like we did with the backpacks, like we did with Joshua. So we're gonna have our things that we're gonna end up doing. That's something that that I do. And plus, we're gonna move into doing a lot of great things. Like people don't have to be worried about us. We're gonna be worried about people here at Wolfpack. That's what we're gonna do. So not all about racing. It's not all about talking tech. It's not all about having guests. It's about also taking the energy that we harness and that we develop here and trying to put some of that energy out in the world so that somebody somewhere, someplace can have a smile on their face. That's really real. All right. So I really believe in that. So we're going to see what happens. All right. So listen, I did have the honey bun on deck in case I ate it today during qualifying, but I didn't. But tomorrow, the honey bun don't even matter because we're doing pancakes. So I'm going to see y'all live here tomorrow. Already, the link is already posted. The link is already posted for the race. So matter of fact, I tell you what, let me get that link and put it in the description because it's already ready. So let me go ahead and grab that for you all so I can put it here and put it in the actual description. So I got that right here, and I'm glad to see that right now the stream didn't jack up on us. So I'm going to put the link here so you can go ahead and set your reminders. Like there's a link for the video. Set your reminders so you get reminded when I go live so that way you don't miss it. And I'm also going to put it in the description right here so people can go ahead and come to the live event. I'll put it in there right now. And boom, I put it in the actual description right now. So it is also in there. So yeah, we got all that going on. See y'all live tomorrow. Hammer time. Galactic said we gonna see. We never know what's Abu Dhabi's gonna bring. I know it's a real sore spot for a lot of people because a tremendously horrible thing. Tomorrow we're gonna be live there. I got it set for 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. All right. So basically, the race start an hour and 45 minutes post race start. No matter where you are, we should be live in. Given nothing is prolonged, red flags, they have to sit. We go on a time clock. Other than that, sometime I'll change it. But if it's close enough, I'm just going to come live here. But so that's why I say set your reminder because then when I go live, you'll get an alert and hit the bell on the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when I go live anytime I go live. That way you don't miss some things. You know what I'm saying? Because we do some wonderful things here. So you never know what's going to be popping, what's going to be rocking. Just understand that the Wolfpack crew, we be on top. No bullshit. We doing it. Like people be looking at us like, how the hell these people are always doing some shit? You damn right. New emojis. I'm going to put up a vote for a new emoji so we can have a couple of new emojis going into next season. Realize the emojis, only members have access to these emojis. If you're not a member, then you don't have access to them. So we do a lot of cool things like that. And I will put up a vote for you to kind of suggest what type of emojis you would like going into next season so I can go ahead and have those being developed. So it's all types of things to do. It ain't time to sit on no ass. It's time to get to work, get ready for 2023 because that race season is going to come sooner than we know. All right. Big peace out and love to you all. I'm going to go spend some time with the baby. She got her new hamster. I got it for her. Hopefully this one stays alive. If it doesn't, I'll be doing the daddy thing again because that ain't no job. That's my life. So, and she's my life. So I got her a new long hair hamster. She like it. It's fat, it's chubby, it's cute and cuddly to her. So hopefully that thing lives. But if not, hey, I'm done with the hamsters because I don't want to see her keep going through that because if she gets very sad about that, she's very caring, very loving. So if not, December is right there and she's going to get something that is going to be totally awesome. And I might end up having to buy me something totally awesome so I can teach her how to drive and so she can do that. So we'll see where that goes. But I mean, we're not seeing about racing. I mean, she might do something, but she definitely loves science, loves astrology, loves all that stuff. So we'll see where she goes. I'm not the type of parent to force a child into something. I look at their natural abilities, look at what they do. Then I furnish her with the tools and the experiences to see how far she goes. That's why she's good at karate. She does a great job at karate. So hopefully she just keeps progressing in that, and then that'll save me bullets in jail time in case somebody does something stupid. She might hire their ass, but if she don't, I am prepared, right? Like it's no bullshit. I'll pull that thing out on you. All right, so big shout out hamster. Bless you. I hope you and a little lady have a good loads of cuddle. We're gonna see. We're gonna cuddle up right now, put on a movie and chill. I'm gonna make some popcorn from scratch. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Peace and love. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I know it's late, but I did a lot of work just to get everything straight. And so far, it looks like the streaming is better. So that $350 I paid for that system and the hours of work that I've been doing might have paid off. So we on the right track going into next season already. Development. Peace. I'm out.